So picture this, you've created a Minecraft world in 1.18. You'll make a mine, build a house, get diamonds, then one day you decide that you wanna do some PvP. So you switch to 1.8, you enter a PvP server, you kill some people, die a couple of times, a lot of times actually, but you know, at the end of the PvP session, you just wanna relax. So you enter that survival world again, without realizing that you're using the wrong version of the game. You're actually using a version that's 8 years older than the one that you've created the world in. So you enter the world and, well, most of your stuff is missing, your house is gone. It's just a sad picture. And also a picture that made me wonder, could a Minecraft world created in 1.18 that you take to every version of Minecraft still work and be beatable in the first version of Minecraft? Well, let's find out. So yeah, today we're going to be doing something very extreme, or at least as extreme as downgrading a Minecraft Worlds version gets, which you'll find out is pretty extreme for a block game from 2011. So we start our adventure off in the newest version of Minecraft, which as of recording this video is 1.18.2. We'll be changing versions from official release to official release, as, well, I don't know how stable the other versions are. I mean, I don't even know how stable these versions are. First up, we're going to see if downgrading a world from 1.18 to 1.0 will actually work, because it actually might not work. And then if it does work, for the fun of it, I'll do it in survival mode, because I like Bane. Yeah, let's begin. So here we are in our 1.18 world. Here's the seed if you ever wanted that. I mean, there's nothing that really happens here. Yeah, let's change versions for the first time though. I get some warnings, which I of course ignore. And then, upon logging in, well, how do I say it? Well, we're just in a different world. As you can see, the mobs are still there. Some of them are actually falling from the sky. Yeah, it's weird. It's just one version change, yet so many things change. It's pretty weird that when we change seed, all the mobs are still there. Yeah, it's very wild. Well, anyways, I mean, apart from that, the version still works pretty fine. I mean, there isn't really anything that's broken, so let's change versions again. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? Nothing went wrong, like 1.16 just works. I mean, all the mobs are gone, like even the villagers, which, you know, that's not very cool, but I mean, apart from that, it's perfectly fine. I mean, we're not in a different world, so, you know, that's a plus. Seriously, I just said that not being a different world is a plus. Why did you have to ruin all that for me? Well, anyways, 1.15 sends us in a different world. Yeah. Again, yeah, and not just any different world, because it actually sends us to Seed 0, and it does that every single time you change your world from 1.16 to 1.15, it just sends you to World 0. So yeah, I mean, now we're in Seed 0. At the very least, it's like a predictable event, because it happens absolutely every time. You cannot stop it, nothing can really interfere with it, so when we're doing it in survival mode, I know to be careful where I'm standing at, because you might actually end up underground, because, you know, Minecraft weird. 1.14 doesn't really change the world. Well, it does do changes to the world. As you can see, the mushroom that I'm standing on is full. Like, it's almost like it's being completely reset. Whilst just the version before that, I was actually standing inside of it. Like, I made a hole inside of the mushroom. I'm still not sure if everything in the world gets reset or just certain things, but it's still very, very weird. I mean, apart from that, the version works completely fine, but I mean, still very weird. Don't do that. Why? 1.13 on the other hand just doesn't want to work. Yeah, it just doesn't work. I mean, that's it. Just doesn't work. It loads in for a couple of seconds, then it crashes. And it happens every single time you try to load the world. So you might think that that's the end. Nope, because I actually found a solution. Well, it's not really a solution. I mean, it's kind of a solution. It's actually... I mean, but of course, the most logical thing when a version doesn't work is to just use a different version. Yeah, it just doesn't really make any sense, does it? So yeah, 1.12, it actually loads the world. And it actually works. Like, it's so confusing, it doesn't make any sense, but I mean, it just works. Can't really argue with that. So yeah, I mean, 1.12 just works completely normally. It doesn't really have any problems with it, or at least none that I could find. And yeah, still on Seed 0, by the way. Okay, so the next couple of versions don't really have anything wrong with them, so yeah, I guess that we can just do like a quick lightning round type thing where we just go through a couple of versions in like 20 seconds. Oh, look at these cool transitions. Now I'm I'm going in a pond. Okay. Yeah, cool. Okay, so now we are actually in 1.8, which is where a couple of problems start to occur. So this island right here, for some reason, is cursed. Yeah, the game just crashes whenever I reach it, and it doesn't really want to load in again. So, yeah, I mean, you do know what we do when versions don't want to load in, though, right? So, yeah, I mean, it worked a couple of versions ago, so why wouldn't it work again? Oh, by the way, I lowered the render distance because I think that it's actually a chunk issue. Not really the whole world being corrupted, just a couple of chunks that are just broken. So, yeah, we just oh, fuck. So, yeah, 1.7 might not have worked, but 1.6 on the other hand, it will definitely. So yeah, you might be noticing that, you know, the world not working is becoming a bit of a trend. And, you know, that actually continued for a while. A while, I mean, a lot of versions actually. We went through like 2 more, and it still wouldn't work. And I actually nearly gave up. It might be a chunk issue, I'm actually not sure anymore. But yeah, that continued for a while until... So yeah, 1.2.1 somehow just fixed the world. It didn't work for like 5 versions in a row, and then 1.2.1 just fixed it, like everything works. It's the same world and everything. I noticed these weird, like, things, like it's almost like it's cut out of the island, and when I try to approach it, well, the game just crashed. So yeah, 1.1 works perfectly fine, except, you know, for the fact that it spawned us in a different world again. Is that becoming a bit of a trend? Like, it's happened like 4 times now? Or was it 3 times? I don't know, I can't even count that high. But yeah, as I said, you know, apart from that, the world just works perfectly fine. I mean, it's a brand new world, so you can't really expect it to be broken in any way. Let's change versions one last time and try to beat the Ender Dragon. Which will probably work because we're actually in a whole different world. Again. So here we are, 1.1. Will it work? Drum rolls, please. Of course it fucking will. Like, it's a new world. It's only been there for like 2 versions. Why wouldn't it work? The end also works, which means that the Ender Dragon is killable and the world is beatable. Which technically answers a couple of questions. So, you know, finally we know that you can actually downgrade a Minecraft world from 1.18 to 1.0.0, going through every single version of Minecraft, and still have a playable world. I mean, it will crash a lot of times. The world will basically be unrecognizable, like completely unrecognizable. It will be completely different from what you started with, and completely different from what it changed into in the first couple of versions. You're most likely going to be missing a couple of items, but I mean, it works. You know, this opens up a couple of doors for the future. You know, think about it. You could do a reverse speedrun where you downgrade a version every, well, let's say like 5 or 10 minutes, and try to beat the game that way. You could, well... Okay, there may not be that many practical uses of having this knowledge, but it's still pretty cool. And in the next video, or the video after the next video, I don't know, it takes a lot of time to make these kind of videos. But yeah, I'll make a video trying to do it in survival mode. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this quick video about downgrading a Minecraft world. And yeah, see you whenever.